Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Handmade by Ying with Donna. Today is Vortex Day and I'm on month 1, week 2. And I'm telling you what, all this goodness, it's just crazy. I'm loving it. So right now you've already saw the intro and you've saw block 1 completed. So let me show you block 1. Did it not turn out so stinking cute? And on the back, as you're working your blocks, they're already numbered, but I'm writing on mine, block 1, week 1, and so on and so forth. And it's just something a little OCD in me is doing. So let's get down here. Let's get busy and build week 2. So here it is. And it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 different colors this go around. So let's go ahead. I use my cardboard, my cardstock, I should say, and I'm pre-folding. And you'll see me do this every step of the way. Some people do, some people don't. I choose to do mine that way. It works really good, and it helps me along the way. And then I'm going to get this one here and get her done. So I've got them all folded up, and now I can sit my little tidbit away. So my first color is SA. That's sour apple. So let's go ahead and pull the paperwork for sour apple. And as you can see by our cutting guide, I need to look for this. And you want to make sure that it's in here. And sour apple is. So I'm sure I'm cutting the right one. So I'm going to mark that off. And I'm going to mark it off down here as well. Because I know I've got the right color to match the right color chart. And it matches the right marking. And as you can see, I've got a hefty hunk of fabric here. So now we're just going to lay this on and decide how you want to cut it. Now I've got some salvage over here, so I'm just going to do a little bit of wiggling because I don't want that in. So I'm going to do a quick pin, and it's just going to stay there long enough for me to get this little piece cut. And you do them however you choose, but this is just the way that I do mine. Now I'm going to fold this back, and I'm going to get my 1/4 inch by using my add a quarter ruler. And I'm going to snip it off. This one, as I said, this is not going to be needed anymore for this block. So I'm going to be able to slide it around, and my fabric didn't shift because I've got it pinned. And I definitely did not I want to make sure I've got that on the right little tidbit there. Sometimes they do shift a bit. And I want my label to stay on my fabric for the duration of the project that I am doing. So I'm going to give this a quick cut. And I'm going to slide that right back in because to me it's not scrap yet. And I'm going to go ahead and snip this off as well. And I'll drop it right back into the folder. Because you never know, down the road, somewhere on Legit Kit projects, I will utilize that. So my next color is QR, and that's Ferndale. So I'm going to put this one right back in for my cutting. And I'm going to pull out my Ferndale from my filing system. And this is my second piece, and I'm sure that I have enough. So here is my piece that I'm looking for, QR, and it's Ferndale. So as you can see, we're going to mark this off because this is the second cut, and I'm going to put an X there. So now I know I have completed everything on this page, and I won't need it again. So I'm going to slide this one in, and I'm going to come over about 1/4 inch. There's multiple ways that you can do this. And you can do it however works best for you. I choose to use my rotary cutter as much as possible. And I'm going to give myself just a little leeway here, but I will be trimming this in. And all of this will go back into the filing system for this color. And like I said, somewhere down the line, I will use Ferndale in another pattern. And it may be just that little hint of fabric that I need. So I'm going to flip it over. And I'm going to lay it right back where it belongs. slide my nails under, and we're going to sew this puppy in. I like how they have the seam in dark, and it'll tell you whether they want you to sew through it or not. So I am sewing through, and it's going to help adhere until I trim this block in. We're going to flip it over, and we're going to finger press it, and then I'm going to give it a little bit of heat, love. Got my acorn pin here. You do not have to use the acorn pin. I choose to use it. It makes my seams lay extremely flat. And that's what I like in my projects. And it helps give a really nice firmness to it. So I'll flip this over. And as you can see, that's in. My next color is going to be key lime. So we're going to slide into the key lime file. And I'll pull that puppy out. And I'm going to get my paperwork for key lime. Right here it is. And I want to make sure that I've got the right parts, because as you can see, there's going to be a lot of cutting on the key lime. So I'm looking for number 3, and that's going to be right here. So we're going to go to A2, and we're going to come down. A2 is here. And it's telling me I'm going to mark off number 3. So that's what I'm doing. And if you go with your cut guides, it really helps you a lot. So I'm going to slide this one in just as I did the other one. And like I said, you cut however works best for you. They do give you ample, and I mean ample fabric. And I'm going to fold this back right here. And since I'm down close to my machine, I am going to just fussy cut it in. I'll take my key lime, and I'm going to slide it right back in where it belongs. Flip it over, and where your line is right here, you're just going to line it up. Comes in really handy. Flip it over, and sew it in. Stay on that line and go slow. Drop your stitch length down to whatever you usually use for FPP. I'm a 1.2 because I like it to be really, really tight. Now I'm going to pull these pins out because they serve me no purpose now. I've got this piece secure. Get my strings off of this end. And see how this baby goes in. And give it the acorn pin. And that's going to make our seam come in just fine. Nice and flat. So as you can see, we've got 2. Now we've got to do our 3rd color. So we're going to look for HR. And that is right here. On this little folder. So we're going to pull our paperwork out. It's the chart roots. So we're going to look here. And as you can see, we've got a small section. So what you're going to do is try to match up. This is going to ensure 2 things. One, that your HR is here. You're looking for A. So you're going to come down here and look for A2. That's the pattern piece that we're working for. And the number 4 is piece 4. So we're going to mark it off here because we know we've got that. And then we're going to mark off here because that's the one we're cutting. So it'll just give you a little bit of an idea on where we're working. I'm going to be cutting from this side, so I'm going to move my collar piece down here. I'm going to lay this across, and as you can see, I'm going to need a pretty good section here, and then I'm going to need a long section here. So just do what works for you. But like I said, Legit Kits does give you ample fabric. So don't be afraid to use it. I'll slide this one down. And I've got it cut in right here. So I can file these two pieces back. And we're going to get this puppy sewed in. Just line it up. And stick your nails under. And we're going to slide it in. You're going to find your piece right here and come in on it. And you're going to slide up here and you're going to keep following your line. And it's going to bring you straight into where you need to be. And I'm sewing off on this one. So now what we're doing is we've got it in. We're going to finger press it. Give it a touch of heat, love. Give it your acorn pin. And that's going to make sure that while this is sitting stored until we need it again to piece this beautiful project together, we've got it all done. So I like to make sure that it's all dried really well. Then we're going to flip it over and we're going to square it in. I'm going to flip it over and repeat the same process. And now we're going to do it the third time. And like I said, you're going to see the words Vortex through your add-a-quarter ruler. And pull those over. And then repeat here. And then we can set this one aside and call it complete. Now, is that not beautiful? I really like the way that this is starting to come together already. So I like to date mine and put markings on it. So this one is month 1, week 2. So I have it marked. So as I'm filing them, I'm going to put them in the right orders. So I'll see you back again in the next video. And thanks for joining me. And if you haven't already gotten the box of the month with legit kits, check out the description box below. Click on my link and go ahead and get it. It's not too late. Take care. God bless. And I'll see you back in the next video.